Hey, this is Jeff, watching Ready YouTube and Community Preppers on Facebook. Wanted to talk to a lot of you, and some of you will agree with this, and some of you will disagree. But for those who are for guns, this is for you. Those who are not for guns, move to the side and let the people with the guns do what they got to do when the time comes, when shit hits the fan. Now, I just want to do everybody a good justice by telling you I've really checked out a lot of different triggers that you can put in your AR-15s. And there's a lot of them out there. And I've done a lot of reading research. I've read a lot of comments that people have posted online about different types of triggers, and I've watched a lot of YouTube videos on different types of triggers and which ones seem to come out on top. Well, the one I keep seeing come out on top for an AR-15 trigger is this one, the Geisley trigger, SSA combat trigger. So take a look at that. That's how it's spelled. That's all your information. It's a super semi-automatic. Okay, this makes my second trigger. Okay, that I've bought from them. The same trigger. I was even thinking for my second buy that I would switch out and do a different type of trigger, like a Timmy or one of them other fancy dude jobs or whatever. But everything kept coming back to saying that, I wish I never bought a Timmy. I wish I would have bought a Geisley. And, I wish I didn't buy this. I wish I would have just bought the Geisley, because I ended up buying the Geisley anyway, and it was a lot better. Anyway, they got the SSA, which is the one you want because it's a super semi-automatic. It's a combat trigger, okay? So law enforcement, military, and you can use it for home defense and hunting, okay? If you know anything about your ARs, they only come, factory. So if you're looking to do an upgrade, Geisley triggers are the way to go. A lot of the triggers right now are going for $240, but this place right here, if you can see it, can't pronounce it. Weird ass name. VALHALLA Tactical Supply. And they actually had the triggers for $190, and that's shipped. So, 192.10. I guess that was probably the tax or whatever. But man, I think I ordered it on a Friday and had it on a Monday, so they ship it to you quick. And I would think if you ordered one during the week, it would be there, within a couple days, because they do ship these triggers fast. And like I said, that's a $50 savings compared to some of the other websites that sell them for $240. So get yours. Check them out online. Look at the YouTube channels, the SSA Geisley. Now, they have one that's called the SSAE, which is called the enhanced version of that trigger. Everybody's like, oh, I'll get that trigger. Well, let me tell you, don't buy that trigger unless you're going to put it into a precision rifle. If you're going to sniper, you got a sniper rifle, 308 or something like that, that's the kind of freaking trigger that goes inside that gun. Okay? Combat weapon is combat weapon. The SSAE is for rifles that are meant to reach out and touch someone, okay? But all in the same, check out both videos. The trigger works great for both, but you pay an extra $20 for the SSAE, which doesn't do anything for the AR. Only if you have a rifle. I just want to make that clear. Okay. Anyway, let's get out there and start talking about what's happening, man. We had the United States to launch a missile, and we launched another missile, and to prove to North Korea that we can definitely knock their missiles out of the sky with one of our interceptors. So that's pretty cool. And it was successful. And that did not sway North Korea's president at all. He's still saying he's going to continue on his mission to have nuclear weapons, which we all know, as dangerous as this man is, and as much as he would like to destroy America, this would be a good time to end his game. We've done put sanctions on the country, and China's tried to be some of an influence on North Korea, and that doesn't seem to be working. Nothing seems to be working. So the end result, I believe, will be we will nuke them. We can use smaller nukes. We don't have to use huge nukes that's going to, disrupt the rest of the worlds and nations that are close by. So, but I believe that's going to happen. I mean, we got 3 carriers over there. We got more troops. We got all kinds of stuff going on over there, man. And we're not getting this on the mainstream media. So, I mean, you have to get it on YouTube. I always punch in the date of today and get the latest news. But anyway, during a shit hits the fan situation that may happen, because who knows, China might decide to turn on us. Russia may decide to turn on us. We may be looking at an invasion. We don't know. We don't know what our military is actually capable of doing. Yeah, we're a badass country. And yes, we got a lot of military. But that doesn't mean if we get attacked from all 4 sides that, we couldn't lose during a war. Lord knows we couldn't have 3 or 4 wars going on at once, because we don't have that much military to sustain that type of damage. So, maybe 1 or 2 countries, maybe, but if a bunch of them get tired of us, our government get tired of our government, and then 10 of them want to gang up on us, I think we'd be in a pretty big mess, right? So prep, be ready. Watch news, good news like Fox News. Even though sometimes they don't have nothing on there. That's why we turn to alternative media, which is YouTube. And we got some real good people out there, man, that really dig, and they have, some connections. It's always good to have somebody say, oh, well, I got connections that tell me. Well, there's actually these people that are connections that are out of the closet and say that they're CIA and this was their job and they know these things are going on and we better be ready and prepare. So those guys are definitely worth listening to. Now, some of those channels is fake news, but there's very, very little fake news. I'll tell you that right now. How do I decipher fake news? if it's fake news, that guy's usually a loner because his channel isn't doing that well. So he tries to fabricate things to juice up the story to get you interested in his channel. That's fake news. Okay? If it's real news, then there'll be 5 or 6 different website channels that are saying the same thing. So you can pretty much take that as truth. Okay? That's how we do it. That's how I do it. And, I just don't take their word for it, all the time. I'll say, okay, I hear the topics that they're bringing up, and I'll have to go on YouTube or WikiLeaks or one of those others and do my own investigations and find out if these things are true. So get out there, do some research, see what's going on. Like, subscribe, share this video, and comment. Leave your comments, man. It's great when we get comments. That gives me something to talk back to you about, right? Alrighty, people. Thanks a lot. Thanks for listening. Thanks for tuning in. Facebook, Community Preppers, and YouTube, Watching Ready.